Andrew here, and if you want to grow your exposure by getting on more podcasts, more YouTube shows, and getting on just more appearances in general, that way you can get in front of more people and grow your customer base without spending a dime. What I'm going to show to you is an operational internal video that we're preparing for a client to show him, number one, how to go about doing that, and how we pitch that, right? So in this video, what you're going to learn what you should offer to influencers, people of influence who have your customers' attention to get on their show so they can promote you for free, and how you can do that at scale so you can get 6 appearances a month, 5 appearances a month, and constantly be on top of mind. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and after you watch it, comment below and let me know what strategy, what tactic you're going to use in the next week to grow your thought leadership platform so you can get more customers, more patients, and increase your ROI. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon.
At guys like where we could get him booked on anything and everything that he ever desired, and a large part of that was because he had a book. He did business with Under Armour and guys like that or whatever. So it's it sold itself, right?
Right.
Then we'd have other clients like, let's just say, or some smaller clients where we got them. It was pretty successful, but we had to run through a lot of leads to get them booked. And what I asked myself as an agency owner is, wow, okay, how can we get some of these newer clients who are starting the campaign as much success as, how can we build the best of both worlds? Because obviously, as interesting and as great as I think you are, whatever his name is, let's look at the facts. Now, does he have an email list?
I don't even know. I doubt it's big, but I'll find out.
Okay. So I would find that out on the phone call. That way I can bring that out against him. So email list. Does he have a big social media following?
I don't think it's massive.
No. Okay. So does he have any type of column?
I don't believe so.
No. Okay. Cool. So I would figure this out. The first thing I would do that, and then I'd talk to him, and then I'd go.
He does have a PR firm, which I don't know what that's about, but yeah.
Right. So PR firm again about pitching you. You're gonna get a narrative of how you can the value to other people, right? So I would say, because honestly, David, let's look at the facts. We don't have an email list. We don't have a big social media following and column at any big publication. So what that means to me is that, even though you have a PR firm, what really made my campaign successful in the past is that we were able to scratch the back of other people before we ask for anything, which is why I'm not necessarily a big believer in PR firms, because they just pitch it, buy until you die type of thing, and that's not what we're about.
Right.
So here's the deal. This is what I think, and this is what I would like to test on the research evaluation. So there's two kind of factors that go into a successful podcast espionage script. Number one, having an intellectually interesting idea that is kind of contrarian in a sense where we can pull a podcast episode from the industry and automatically go against it or say that you didn't expand it. That's great. That's great when we're able to leave thoughtful comments and give them a aha moment or, give them a different angle that they haven't spoken about yet on the show. That's our way in. The second factor is if we can promise them promotion of that episode in some way, shape, or form. Because at the end of the day, David,
right,
no matter how good your contrarian idea is, these people are doing it because they want exposure, or they'll be getting on other people's show, right? So if we can offer them a way to promote the podcast episode that you're going to be on, that's going to be great. So what I would like to test is the effectiveness of us, right? Because if our goal is whatever his goal is, what I would want to do is I would want to do one episode either with me or with somebody. I would want to put that on your Facebook or something. I want to promote that to get a couple thousand views. What then I would want to test on the research and ideation session is how much bookings we get when we use the fact that we'll guarantee you views versus not guarantee. So,
wait, I'm confused about this last part. I was following you, but what do you mean about the episode? Yeah.
So what I would want to test is let's do a pilot episode with either presenter or somebody to get him an interview.
Put him on someone else's show. I got it. Okay.
Promote that on his social media following for 10,000 views or something like that. Let's put some money behind that. What I would want to test is, okay, during the research and ideation session, after we come up with this message and things like that, do we get more bookings when we guarantee people views, or when we do, or we just talk about our idea?
I got it. That makes sense.
So if we go out to 50 people and we say, hey, I love this podcast episode. I actually, I noticed that you didn't really speak about this, that, which is what we do. We can either, A, that's the control. We can leave that. Or what if we say, hey, I noticed your podcast. You didn't talk about this, that. I'd love to come and talk about the show. By the way, if you look at my social media profile, I put money behind these episodes, not only to help me, but also to get, to build relationships. If you have me on the show, I'll make sure that we'll get you at least 5,000 views toward whatever audience, et cetera, et cetera. Would that be a more...
That's smart. I'll make sure you go to them with that pitch. Like, you come to them and say, I'll promote your show, and you're going to get 5,000 views if I'm on your show. Right. Versus I just have a great idea. The other thing we can also come at, depending on where the conversation goes, is that, hey, you don't have a big email list, you don't have a big social list. At the same time, we have a number of programs that simultaneously, while we're getting new things, can help build your email list and help build your following. So that way you have ammunition to say, hey, like a publisher wants you to have a big email list. So it wouldn't be building you the email list so you can convert them. It would be to give you a platform to go out and say you had it. So it's all a virtuous cycle where it's all, affecting each other. Plus, just having the list allows you to have someone to promote to and they become your raving fans. I think that's a strong argument.
Maybe even if you position it a different way, what if you say, hey, and then depending on the results of that campaign in the research and ideation session, what we want to look at is, number one, how much did it cost to get these views based on the episodes? Because what might make sense for you, David, is, number one, to do that in the short term, but in the long term, you might want to take one of our packages that helps you build
say it that way, right? So you can test it by seeing if there's money you can put in. You can do it on a small thing to see if social proof convinces people. And if it does, you dig in a little deeper and build it more organically by building a big email list and following. And then you have the added bonus of not just attracting people, but you're going to have a core of raving fans who will evangelize you, because that's how people really spread. When you can have 1,000-person email list, and if all those people are obsessed with you, they'll spread it to the world. Imagine if you have 10,000.
Right.
But you have to first see if that's even the right approach, and that's why we do the research first. Because when I told it to you as research, what I really should have framed it as is it's a hypothesis that we can then scale bigger. I think that works real well. And if he doesn't buy that, I don't know what to tell him. But I think that's really good. Yeah.